Hey you guys, first off, I really miss you, all of y'all, even you, David. Um, I also miss yelling at you guys, which I know sounds crazy, but I do. Um, Yesterday, I was sitting on the couch and I don't know if you guys even realize this, but I have an alarm set on my phone whenever it's time for us to do our cleanup, and it started going off yesterday, and I was like, I miss these guys. But I hope all of y'all are doing well. Um, I hope you guys aren't driving your parents and grandparents too crazy. Um, I just wanted to do a small video about something I've been thinking about. We're gonna try, while all this crazy corona stuff's going on, try to keep uploading videos, doing group chats. I hope you guys downloaded that app that I told you about in group chat, because we are going to start a Bible study on there soon. So download it if you haven't, and I'll try to pop up the little icon in a second of what it looks like. Sorry if I keep moving. I don't have a handy dandy stand like Heather does. I gotta get one. But anyways, back to what I've been thinking a lot during this crazy time. I know a lot of people have been stressed, and I don't know how you guys are feeling. And other than I know you guys are ready to get out of your house, and you're having a lot of cabin fever, and you miss school, you miss church, and you miss, connecting with all your friends. And I understand that, and I understand that's hard. I've talked to a lot of other older people, just a little bit older than you, who, like early mid 20s, who are struggling too, because they have younger kids, and theirs isn't so much worry because they're missing stuff. They're like have all this worry, anxiety over their kids, and so it's not easy right now for anyone of any age. The kids are stuck in the house. A lot of them are going to be missing really big milestones like graduation and prom. And then you have these young parents who have these young kids that are stressing, don't know what to do, have anxieties over the smallest things. Like, what if this isn't just a cough? What if this is the virus? And then, you have older people who if they get it, it's been fatal. So there's just a lot of fear going right now and kind of craziness. I don't know if any of you guys have been to the grocery store lately, but it's awful. You guys know I rent the downstairs of my grandparents' lake house, and they decided to come here during isolation. And so I am the grocery store goer so that they don't have to be around all of that craziness, because we don't want them sick. And it's been awful. I mean, I had one lady, it was kind of funny. I had went because I had one roll of toilet paper left. One roll. And so I had went and I was on the phone with mom, and I was like, man, my coworker said that it was crazy. There may not be toilet paper, and I would like to, have some toilet paper because I got one roll left. And so I go down the aisle and it is blank. And then I see three rolls, like three small packages. Sorry, my phone's gonna die. And in those small, there was three left, and a lady pulled in before me, turned and looked at me and smiled, and only took two of them. And at first I was like, well, that's a little sassy of her to just smile like she's doing me a favor. But I mean, she could have been rude. She could have, took all three of them. So thankfully, I did get toilet paper. I did not run out of toilet paper during the 2020 corona crisis. Anyways, things have just been crazy, and I've been trying to stay on the positive side. There's been, when you're on social media, you're seeing a lot of negative, but luckily I have a lot of friends that have also been posting positive posts or pictures of their kids doing silly and crazy things, so that's helped a lot. So I kind of just wanted to tell you guys about yesterday. Yesterday I had a really bad day. I'm working right now at my other job. We're considered essential, so we're still open. But I did have yesterday off, and when I woke up, I was just in like I don't even know how to describe the mood. It was awful. I was just sad. and also kind of mad, but like mostly sad. And I was just like, why? Like, I don't have a real reason to be sad. I'm working, so I'm still getting my paycheck. I'm not all alone. I mean, usually I'm all alone when I'm home, but my grandparents had came up, so I have people to talk to. I have Snapchat, so I'm getting pictures and videos of my nieces and nephews, even though I'm not getting to hold them, but I'm getting to see them still. And so I was just trying to stay positive, but I could not get over the sadness. And so, one of the things I like to do is I like to drive when I just got a lot on my mind, and that's usually when, me and Jesus, me and God, we have our talks. And so as I was driving and having my little pity party because I haven't got to see my nieces and nephews and I'm working, but it's so slow and all this stuff, I saw this family. They were playing outside. Like, not just the kids, like mom, dad, and the kids were playing outside, kicking the ball around and different stuff. And I mean, you don't see that a lot nowadays. You don't see, I mean, you barely see anyone outside doing anything. I mean, other than summer, like swimming, but like out in the yard playing ball, you just don't see that a lot. And I started thinking about some of the other stuff that you see going on right now you don't see normally, like pollution's down. I mean, that's crazy. And I'll see if I can find the post and put a copy of it in this, but where dolphins are swimming closer to shore. There was that one, was it in Italy? Oh, it was somewhere where the water's clearest it's ever been. You can actually see the fish, geese are coming and swimming on it, like just different stuff like that. And I'm just trying to look more on the positive side. And when I was thinking about all that, I started thinking about in Mark chapter 4. So Jesus is talking to this crowd and he's telling them all these parables and all these stories. And then later that evening, he's in a boat and they go out a little further. Well, he's falls asleep and it starts storming, like a crazy storm. Water's starting to get in the boat. Well, they're freaking out and they wake him up and they're like, don't you care? And he just says, be still. And he wasn't just talking to them, he was talking to the storms. And the wind stopped. And I think a lot of times when stuff like this happens, we get too crazy and we don't just stop. So I don't know. I just started thinking about how I'm always very busy. I feel like when I first come in on Wednesdays, I don't really get to see you guys. I'm like busy. I'm going to talk to Miss Evelyn in the kitchen, make sure things are doing right. I go to Nancy's office sometimes to get some stuff done. I talk to George, he gives me the scoop on what's happened so far. I go talk to Heather and Bill and they give me the scoop on what happens. And then maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to come play a game with you guys before we eat or before we go upstairs. And that's just kind of like how my whole life is. It's just crazy. And I feel like that's how a lot of our lives are, is we're just so crazy. And we don't take a moment to breathe. So right now, while you guys are at home, not really going out and do anything, you don't have your plays, you don't have practice, I want you guys to breathe. And I want you to focus on yourself. And not in a selfish way, but like I want you guys to think about what it is that has been on your heart for a while. Actually, I'm going to challenge you guys, because who doesn't love a challenge? I'm going to challenge you guys to journal this week. A lot of you guys are very creative. I want you guys to journal this week and just think about some of the stuff that's been bugging you lately and write about it or draw about it. Some of you guys are such amazing artists. I want you to actually think, while you don't have all these distractions going on, just think internally about some things that are going on there. I hope this all made sense. I hate doing videos like this, where I can't hear your feedback. Message me, chat me. I love you guys very much, and like I said, I'll be trying to post more videos, even though I hate doing videos. But I love you guys.